Hey, everybody. Happy Sunday. Happy, wonderful Sunday. I hope that you are having an amazing weekend. Hopefully your weather has been a little bit less dreary than ours. It has rained here copiously all day long in North Carolina. So hopefully you're at least staying dry. My son, who's about to turn 14, is really excited because they got snow at school and they were out having snowball fights pretty much all day long. If you are in the live, give me a hashtag live. If you're on the replay, give me a hashtag replay and let me know that you are out there. Tonight, we're going to be talking about done and perfect. This is a really kind of twitchy topic for a lot of entrepreneurs because one of the biggest pieces of advice that I give my social media clients, whether I'm coaching in my social selling mastermind or we're doing social media for them, is that you need a certain level of social media posting going out all the time on your social media. And it needs to be planned, and preferably it needs to be planned out a good amount of time because we need to plan around holidays, we need to plan promotions, we need to plan launches. There's a certain amount of planning that needs to happen, which is all to say it's all kind of premeditated. It's never quite perfect. The energy of pre-scheduled posts is never quite the same as doing them live, but I'm going to be really honest with you. Relying on getting the perfect post, relying on the energy or the spirit to move you day of, is the direction of absolute madness, and you're setting yourself up for failure. Because I can guarantee you're going to wake up on Tuesday morning with the best of intentions, and everything else is going to get super hectic and super busy. And, I don't know what crazy looks like in your world. Crazy in mine looks like I've got a kid that's getting out of the hospital after 15 months tomorrow. I've got another one who's supposed to go back to school on Saturday of this week. So we're going to drive her to Ohio on Saturday. So I've got to be planning and packing all week while getting the one that's getting out of the hospital taken care of. I've got one that's having a birthday on Tuesday, but he's up in Virginia. So we've been coordinating birthday plans remotely, but oh, by the way, he's under quarantine right now. And my 17-year-old is in the middle of the college application and scholarship process. By the way, I'm running a business while I'm doing all this. I don't know about y'all, but sometimes all the other stuff just means that last minute creativity is just not going to be a thing for me. Hey, Beth, good to see you. Welcome. Thank you for the kind words. And hey, Tish, good to see you. So raise your hands if life has ever gotten in the way of doing the business things. And I'm going to raise both hands. I'll be honest. My life tends to go bonkers, batshit, crazy, in capital. And things are rarely the way that I want them to be. And I'll give you a case in point. In my business, my primary business is Fiercely Marketing. We do websites and social media for people. Right now, we have a temporary website up because the cobbler's children don't have any shoes, because we have all of these other websites that we're working on for clients. That means ours gets put dead last. It happens, right? Life happens. Business happens. Getting things out there done is better than perfect every day of the week. Nobody's going to know who you are if you're not doing doing the thing, doing the whatnot. If I waited to put up my videos on YouTube until I had somebody to process all my videos, I would never have any videos on YouTube, y'all. As it is right now, I've got quite a few videos on YouTube because I simultaneously stream from Facebook and YouTube at the same time. It's a process. It is done. It is better than perfect, right? There is nothing about it that is absolutely perfect. And this is one of the things that we learn in business. Getting stuff done, getting it done competently, getting it done consistently beats out perfection any day of the week. So one of the things that I'm a big believer in is batching content for social media. Sit down, you create a 90-day plan, and in 2 or 3 days, you can bang out all the graphics. If you create templates for your graphics in Canva, you can copy, paste, change the text, copy, paste, change the text, copy, paste, change the text. And you get 3 or 4 really good templates, and then you can go in there and schedule them. Do it right, and you can get 2 or 3 months worth of content scheduled and done in a day or so. And what's really cool is that you don't have to then go, oh my God, it's Tuesday. And in my case, it's Ivan's birthday, and I'm trying to get Xena packed to go back to school. And I just don't have any brain power left. And oh, by the way, I have calls from like 10 in the morning until 10 o'clock at night that day. It just is. Life happens, and business happens, and they all have to somehow get done. And if we are waiting to do our social media posts, to get that perfect inspiration, to get that perfect graphic, it's never going to happen. It just isn't. I mean, I was joking earlier because I'm wearing a sweatshirt right now, and I've been doing chores today, and so it is what it is. We show up and we do the thing because it is so important to do the things. And Beth says, yes, yes, yes. I'm working on 5 templates, and then you'll resize her Facebook, resize her Instagram, resize her pins. Exactly. But then you can reuse the content. The cool thing is, too, once you start creating a repertoire of content, hey, Meg, good to see you. Thank you. You can reuse some of the content. You don't have to start all over from scratch again. Tish, you do a lot of blogging. Have you thought of reusing that content in about 6 or 7 different ways, right? Done is better than perfect. Every single day of the week, because showing up consistency is the name of the game. A lot of people are like, oh my God, you're completely crazy. You show up every single night and you do Facebook Lives. And I'm like, yeah, I show up and I do Facebook Lives pretty much every night from Sunday to Friday every week. The cool part of that is that people know who I am, and it allows me to start conversations. It allows me to grow my business. It allows me to do things. And done is better than perfect, right? I don't wait to have the perfect, the perfect content or the perfect message or whatever. And Tish says, when I get enough of one category written, I'm turning it into an ebook. Exactly, right? That was my book. My Leadership Girl book was a compilation. And Beth said, the way I figured I've got enough content for the entire year without having to create any originals any longer. Thank you, Miss Haley. Thank you, Beth, for the shout out. And that's how it's done. We get our content done. We get it out there so that we can start promoting. And the other thing too is that because a lot of times we spend so much time in this creation phase, we're creating the book, we're creating the articles, we're creating. And this is Slider, by the way. We're not out there promoting our stuff. We're out there creating the content for the podcast, but we're not promoting it. So we get halfway there, but we don't follow through. And this is one of those things where done is better than perfect. Getting the content, it may not be perfect, but getting out there and then promoting the ever living daylights out of it. Chicken Soup, the book, became wildly popular because it was promoted so much. Not because he had the perfect marketing plan, not because he was amazing at what he did, but because he was so darn persistent. Most of this marketing stuff involves persistence. Sales involves being persistent. It involves talking to enough people. It involves connecting to enough people. And the other thing I hear a lot of people is like, well, how do I hack the Facebook algorithm? And I'm like, Okay, so we're going to go down this path again. Honestly, you're going to do it by being engaging with people. So if you can get your social media posts done and out there, then it gives you a chance to actually go out and maybe occasionally throw out that red herring post. It allows you to go out and go interact with people. It allows you to engage with people. And guess what? That's how you work the algorithms, because you're doing exactly what Facebook wants you to do. You're being social on a social media platform, because people come on to Facebook to be social, not necessarily to be sold to. The more you work that social aspect into your business, the better you're going to do. So you've got your social media posts done. You get a low level of posts done. You get them scheduled. You can use Facebook Creator Studio for free, pro tip, on both Instagram and Facebook. And then you go out and you engage with people. Set timers. One of the other things that I see people do a lot is that they get lost. So done is better than perfect in so many aspects of our business. It doesn't have to be perfect to be totally functional. And in fact, some of the ugliest websites I've seen have actually been the best performing ones, because they just got them out there and got them done. So I'm going to encourage you guys, to get your social media posts done. So batching versus an occasional engagement daily question is two different things, but they work synergistically, right? Yes, they do. One of the things I do too, Beth, is I actually batch engagement daily questions. I found that it's easier to batch different types of content and get those going and get those moving, rather than trying to, create all the content at once, or trying to think up questions. I'll throw in extra questions, but a lot of times I am creating questions and creating batches of questions. So I'll create like 100 of them at a go. I actually have a product right now that is 100 conversation starters that are those questions. And it's actually available on my website. And if you guys like, I can post a link to it. But I batch the questions up too. Every bit of your social media can be batched. All of your holiday posts, all of that kind of stuff can be done in batches, and doesn't have to be done in, single dose or single element kind of things. Yeah, well, you know what, Beth? So here's actually kind of a misnomer. If you start talking about promoting all aspects of your business, it's actually really hard to promote more than one thing at a time on social media. And changing back and forth between doing things on social media can leave people really, really confused. So if you focus on one thing at a time and grow it, then you're doing well. Don't worry about what other people are thinking. Stick with one thing for 3 months and then switch. It makes it much easier too. Keeping it really, really simple is a big belief of mine. Ever since my years as a software engineer, one of the things that I learned with writing software and writing code is to keep things really, really simple. The more complicated that something is, the harder it is to work with, the harder it is to maintain, the harder it is to live with. So one of the things I spent a lot of time doing was really focusing on keeping things simple. Not necessarily the most esoteric, elegant solution out there, because there's a lot of computer programmers who will sit there and they will try to find the one-line solution to fixing a problem. I'm much more the person that just lays it out and says, okay, now this, now this, now this, now this. And it may end up being longer, but because it's much more obvious and it's much more kind of simple, it actually makes it easier to go back and figure out what the heck I did later. And it allows me to maintain all of those things. And that applies to our social media as well. Keeping things really simple. Our marketing and our messaging in our business, if you focus on one thing at a time, you're much more likely to see that one thing grow. there's this misnomer out there that, you should be having all these different revenue streams. And yes, multiple revenue streams are a beautiful thing. But if you focus on growing one of them at a time, it's much more likely to thrive because you're only focusing your energy on growing one thing at a time. And that is how it goes. So anywho, I'm going to go ahead and do some card pulls. What questions do y'all have for me about social media and those kinds of things, with algorithms, with keeping it simple? The other thing too that I see people do is they create like totally different content for totally different platforms. I'm not sure I'm a big believer in totally different content unless you have a bigger business. If you have a bigger business where you have totally different people creating the content, that's fine. If you are one person, I would focus on one or two platforms and keep those going from there. Tish says second from the bottom, please. And Beth says, I am feeling 3 tonight. And I'm going to guess that Meg is probably feeling 7 and Patty is feeling top. Just as a guess. So I'm going to do the top for Patty. And this is it. Magdalene, you are stronger than you think. $31. Magdalene, 31. This one is for you, Patty. You can experience a feeling of being completely reborn, like a mythical phoenix rising from the ashes of what once was. The past completely burned away. It is not about forgetting the past, but it is the reality that the past doesn't have any hold over you. You are being given a spiritual blessing from deep within your heart to cast off anything and everything without exception from the past that does not belong, that does not bring you peace. The universe will take it from you, so let it go. There is no about you and ready to start again with the protective grace of the divine all around you and within you, shining bright and true. That's that one. The third card is this one. Beth, this one's for you. I'm going to get to yours, Tish. I'm just trying to do them in order of the stack. You are a dreamer, but you are also meant to be a doer. It's the right time to cast off some of the demands on your time and attention that are keeping you from pursuing your true purpose. If you have many dreams, that's fine, but it is wise to focus on what you can do now. Allow your other dreams to percolate in the background for a while. When it's time to attend to them, you'll know. For now, do what you can and don't be afraid to make a sacrifice or two along the way. Those sacrifices will be repaid in more ways than you currently know. You won't lose anything by dropping the distractions and going for it. Have a freebie, but not sure how to get it out on social media. So if you have a freebie, you can share it on your personal profile. You can share it on your page. Depending on what it is, a lot of pages allow you to promote on a particular day of the week. Like, do you have a freebie? Do you have a thing? Do you have that? So you can post on those threads. And you can also do ads to your freebie as well. If you're really trying to grow stuff, you may need to do a freebie there. Depending on what your freebie is, you can also give it away on some of the buy, sell, trade groups and whatnot. There's some ways. You can also do it on Clubhouse and give people the link there and do things that way. $15, be your own hero. Isn't it funny how that works, Beth? Perfect timing. All in its own time. Okay, this one's for you, Meg. Believe that you are worthy of an amazing life. You don't need to feel guilty or hold yourself back to make anyone else feel comfortable. You don't need to be timid or uncertain, worrying that you are becoming too much for someone else or asking too much from the universe. Living a great life is not about competition with anyone else. Living a great life helps inspire others to do the same. It doesn't take away anything from anyone else. If your dreams both excite and scare you, that's a good sign. Give yourself permission to go for it. Go after what you want with a happy heart. Okay, so Tish, this one's for you. Amalthea. My child is staring at me eating. It must be snack time. Third dinner? Second dinner? Second? Okay, Tish, your soul is learning about love. Whether you fully realize it or not, you are breaking free from a pattern of relationship that has not been respectful enough of you and your heart. This includes the relationships you have had with yourself and with others, be they friends, romantic connections, colleagues, or strangers, and even the universe. As you allow yourself to feel worthy and release feelings of hate, shame, guilt, or judgment towards yourself, a new spirit of gentleness, love, and devotion will fill your heart and transform the quality of your connections with others and the universe. A beautiful new world of love is opening up for you. Oh, we have a cat. This is Jinx running around behind me. And yes, I have more paperwork to do before tomorrow. What other social media questions can I answer for y'all? I am getting ready to release an e-course on social media strategy and algorithms. Looking forward to doing that. If you have particular questions you would like me to answer, please let me know in the comments. I will be happy to make sure that I get all of those into the e-course. It is a basics of e-course, and it's about organic growth. It's not going to be on Facebook ads. That's like a whole separate bailiwick. This is Jinx. This is my daughter's cat. I hope you guys have a fantastic night. Take care, be blessed, and we will talk soon. Yes. Are you going to say hi, Jinx? You're going to say hi? How to find networking events. So Meg, there's a lot of places to find networking events. Depends on if you're looking for online networking events or offline. BNI is a really great one for in-person. Although right now they're doing everything via Zoom. Powerhouse Polka Dot, 100 Coffees. You know, really you don't need 10 groups to be in. You just need one or two and really, really connect with people. Sometimes I think we try to build out our networks, and really it's the right 50 to 100 people in our lives that really are going to blow up our numbers. So I hope you take care, and we will talk soon. Thanks. Bye-bye.